All right, welcome to week 12. This is when you finally get to argue. Okay, you've been waiting all this time. Now, I'm going to talk about a specific type of argument, which is the Toulmin argument style. You're not going to be using Rogerian, you're not going to be using Aristotelian. This is a very structured argument style, and it was created by Stephen Toulmin, and he created this by studying legal arguments and which ones were the most effective and why. So the most important thing about the Toulmin argument is that it has 6 parts: claim, grounds, warrant, backing, rebuttal, and qualifier. Now, most of these are going to be kind of familiar to you, but this warrant right here, this is the thing that makes it a Toulmin argument, all right? So you're going to start with a strong claim. It has to be bold. It has to be arguable. The point of the claim is to begin the argument. A claim is usually somewhat uncomfortable to state. So if you aren't feeling uncomfortable about this claim, it's probably not a strong enough claim. So you need to make it really uncomfortable. Like, what would someone completely argue against you? And also, how in the world are you going to make this so that someone could argue it against you? You want that. That's really important. Okay, then you're going to give me the reasons why you made that claim. That's your grounds. Now, in between those two is your warrant. So there's something that is obvious between the warrant and the grounds, which you have not stated. I mean, between the claim and the grounds, which you have not stated. That's your warrant, okay? So, for example, your claim: schools should ban sodas on campus. Your grounds: drinking too many sodas can lead to obesity and diabetes, okay? Your warrant then would be something that you forgot to state, like abolishing the sales of high sugar drinks on school grounds may prevent kids from developing sugar-associated metabolic diseases and model good nutritional choices. Okay, and oftentimes when you make your warrant, you're going to end up with a different kind of claim. That's okay. All right? So then you're going to find your backing, which is the stuff that your evidence. Then you're going to give a nice, strong rebuttal. What would someone with the same amount of knowledge and the same access to evidence argue against you? And then finally, you're going to qualify your argument. You're going to maybe give something to them so that the argument is even stronger. So, for example, in this qualifier, schools can limit sugary drinks during school hours but allow the sale of sugary drinks for fundraising, because the rebuttal was, what if they want to make a lot of money on fundraising, okay? Now, how are we going to do this week? Let me talk to you about that too. All right. So first, you're going to craft your claim. So you're going to make your claim and you're going to run it through AI. You want to follow some of these ideas for how you're going to craft your prompt, and you should be really good at prompting at this point in the semester. Okay, so next step, you're going to look for some evidence, but that is not the most important thing right now. What you're going to really do is you're going to start to build that Toulmin argument. So you're going to use this. I want to create a Toulmin argument with claims, grounds, warrant, backing, rebuttal, and qualifier. Please create 3 possible Toulmin arguments for the following claim. And then you're going to insert the claim. Now, it should come back with 3 really good arguments for you. And look, you can mix and match. You can decide you don't like any of them and re-enter them. You can decide to go with your own. But this will give you some great ideas for how you should structure your argument. And once you get that structure down, you're going to be moving into starting to write your 4th essay, which is going to be 1,000 words, 3rd person, MLA style, free sources from each, and you can use from the previous source, okay? These should all be from previous research. No more extra things. You're just going to use your own sources from previous research. You have a banner image and your reflective comments, of course. All of the things look pretty familiar to you. Okay, also, you're going to be doing your argument PowerPoint. So this is 6 slides for the Toulmin argument, and if you go in here, you're going to be using, here's the template in the Google Slides. So you're going to just copy that to your Google account and then use those Google Slides, or you can download them as a PowerPoint document and then use them to create the slides. But you're going to make 6 slides. This is going to be in lieu of what you usually do, which is your mind map. So you're going to be using these slides instead. So that's going to prepare you for getting this organized for next week. And that's it for this week. So I hope that was helpful. I wanted to give you a quick overview because a lot of you are celebrating different holidays. You're off for spring break, etc. You're not off for college spring break, okay? So we're still meeting, but you might have a high school spring break, so you might wanted to know what we're doing really quick and dirty. All right, have a great week. Talk to you later. Bye.